welcome to Neophyte.tv, the technology show for the not-so-geeky. I'm Heather Driscoll.
And I'm Ben Friedman, and today on the show, we're going to take a look at this beautiful sculpture of an item of metal and plastic.
Yes, it is. A very sturdy item.
It is. It is the it's by Blue Microphones.
The Yeti.
It's the Yeti by Blue.
Love that.
And Blue makes some great microphones. They've made in the past some other USB mics, and by that I mean this is a mic that hooks with a USB cable directly to your laptop. So you don't need like a separate, XLR or preamp or anything like that. It goes straight in.
Have you tried their previous versions,
Well,
the Snowball, etc.? Have you?
I tried the Snowball,
What do you think?
It wasn't. I wasn't thrilled with the Snowball. It wasn't bad, but But let me tell you,
superior.
They've hit it out of the park with this one. So I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to actually switch now. I'm going to start recording here, and I'm going to switch to the audio from the microphone. All right.
Of us speaking now.
Of us speaking now.
Live.
So all right.
This comes with 4 different modes, settings.
See, and people are probably not hearing you very well right now because we're in the first of these patterns. These. That's very good. We're in the first. That's the great thing about this mic is you can switch the pattern, and the pattern is the direction where it picks up sound. So right now it's picking up sound really only from the front. I can get really close to it and get that James Earl Jones voice. This is CNN. I get that nice sound.
And I'm left out.
Yeah, and if we talk a bit right now, even though it's kind of between us here, if I talk normally right now, you'll notice you can hear me, but
you can't hear me as well.
No, you're being rejected.
I am.
This mic rejects you.
And who needs
I
that?
reject you. That's right. You need more rejection in your life. Right. Now, if you are doing a podcast like we're doing and you want to record from 2 directions, maybe you're having an interview with someone,
Perfect.
You can switch over to the front and back mode. And now it's still kind of rejecting from the sides, but it's going to pick up from the front and the back.
So it will hear you and me perfectly.
As people can hear, it's now hearing both of us quite clearly
Evenly.
and loudly and evenly. And then you guys can hear what kind of audio quality it is. It's really
amazing.
good.
That was the most impressive part of this microphone.
Yeah.
Was how clear the audio.
And even if you're just going to use it for Skype or anything like that, this is a great mic.
And that would be the only function that I would personally need this for. I don't
Sure.
do podcasts home by myself, but I do have a cousin who's studying abroad, and we like to Skype. And this would be perfect for that.
It is.
For some serious Skyping.
But now let's say you happen to be, you go to your kid's music recital or you want to record it, or, you have a karaoke night at your house and you want to record a group. There's 2 modes for that.
Mm-hmm.
Either a stereo mode that records like left and right, or what they call an omni mode. And the omni mode basically records a single source from
Surround.
everywhere. So I'm going to switch it to omni now. So now we're in omni mode. So now it doesn't really matter which direction I hold the mic. Now it's going to be picking up a sort of spherical pattern from pretty much any direction.
For the entire room.
Yeah.
So lots of functions here, lots of different uses. This is perfect for somebody who
I love this mic.
Who does a podcast,
awesome.
who records music.
Right. And for Skyping, there's a big mute button on the front. And if I hit this, you'll notice.
And you're back.
And now we're back. So hopefully
Is a mute button uncommon?
Very uncommon.
Yeah.
Mics don't have that, and Blue has gone out of their way, I think, to do that. There's also a gain control, so you can adjust the volume on here, and there's a headphone jack on the bottom. So if you want to monitor your headphones,
It's got everything. Plus, it's very sturdy. I mean, this is a more expensive microphone, so this one's about $149.
$149, yeah.
So it is more expensive, but it comes with a stand. It's very sturdy. It's kind of retro in design. I mean, I feel like I might want to scat into that.
Ooh, can you scat?
Not.
Give us a little scat.
Not today.
Come on.
Not today.
Come on.
Maybe no, I'll mute myself and then do a little scat. But I think the design is different. So that's kind of retro. It's something that you don't see every day, and it feels sturdy.
It is, and I do like the fact that it comes with the stand, which you're right. $150 is, for some people, a lot of money to spend on a mic. And you can get USB mics for cheaper, but a lot of times they don't come with a stand. And so you got to spend an extra $20-$30 or whatever on the stand.
And this is a complete, ready to go.
It is really ready to go. You plug a pair of headphones in, plug it into your computer, and boom, you're right there.
And it's versatile.
It really is. And as I'm hoping you can all tell from the sound quality, we're still using this as the audio source here. Mm-hmm. The sound is wonderful. It's great sound. Yeah.
I think so too.
So that is the Blue Yeti microphone from Blue Microphone. It's the Yeti microphone from Blue.
From Blue.
It's not the Blue Yeti. It's not like the Yeti is blue.
Blue Yeti. I mean, but you won't forget that name. So
No.
that's a that's a fun.
And they
way
make a
to-
whole line of mics from inexpensive up to professional mics. But I think bang for the buck. If
think
you're
so, too.
recording into a computer, this is an awesome mic.
I agree.
And we have another spotlight coming up right after this, so please stay tuned. If you need to make recordings of your computer screen, there's no better tool than Camtasia from TechSmith. In fact, you're watching a screen recording of this video right now.
Camtasia can record your screen, your webcam, and high-quality audio at the same time. It's perfect for training, presentations, podcasts, or any time you need to show what's going on your computer.
Camtasia is easy to use, but it's also extremely powerful. You can turn your screen recordings into high-quality polished video in no time and share them with the world.
And Camtasia is available for the Mac and PCs. If you need to make screen recordings to educate, train, or sell, there's no better tool than Camtasia from TechSmith.
And we're back, and in the second spotlight today, we're going to be looking at this, which is the Palm Pixi from Sprint. Now, a few months back, we reviewed the Palm Pre, which we thought was a great phone. I found it a little slow. I found it that the processor maybe wasn't that cool. But I was just looking at this, and you played with this more than I have.
Yes.
But boy, this is a small, light phone.
It does. I mean, the name implies, obviously, the Pixi, you think
Pixi
this
means
is going to
small,
be light, but it's incredibly light.
Yeah.
It's lighter, it's thinner, it's very sexy. If a phone can be sexy, this one is.
Do you have to be thin to be sexy? Is that what you're saying?
No, but in a phone, I mean, this one is.
Are you like propagating that?
I don't think so.
Sexist
I don't think so.
stereotype?
Just, I think it delivers as
You know,
far
we
as
can't
the
all
name.
be this.
Well, you can try, can't you?
I try, let me tell you.
But I have to say, so I've been using this phone for about 2 weeks now, and you and I are both iPhonophiles.
iPhonophiles.
We are. So if I were to switch, though, I have to say, of the other phones I've tried, this is the most tempting.
I gotta tell you, Sprint's a much faster network, much fewer drop calls.
I think you'd be surprised how fast this phone is. Honestly,
Now,
you can be up and online, syncing your contacts on Facebook in 30 seconds.
Now, a lot of people hate on-screen keyboards, and the Palm Pre has that sliding up screen.
Yes.
You slide the screen up and there's the keyboard. This has the keyboard built in.
Built in, which I didn't know how much I missed physical keys.
You're starved for affection,
A little
obviously. You
something.
need to have that physical contact.
For somebody that does a lot of texting, long emails, etc., this is perfect. The keyboard, I missed it. It's easy to use, and it's got.
Now, well, let me ask you this: not being a slider, though, that makes the screen smaller.
It does. That's if I had a few negatives for this. Obviously, the screen size is 1. So if you're used to a larger screen,
Yeah, can we hold it next to the iPhone here, just so you can sort of get let me turn it on here, and so you can kind of see the difference there between the.
The screen is smaller, obviously.
It's much smaller because it has the whole keyboard thingy down
Right.
there, and
which I
outside.
actually really liked. For typing emails, for texting, this was really interesting. And it doesn't have, what the BlackBerry has and the iPhone has, where it auto-corrects what you're sending. What you type is what is sent.
Oh, is that bad? So you don't?
I don't love that.
You
I
don't
don't
like
love
it.
that. And this is,
You don't like being corrected. I've noticed that on the
It's just-
show here.
I don't need that from
I try
my
to
phone.
correct you, and you smack me down.
Don't need it.
Yeah.
So that's not an issue here with this phone.
You just like type what I type.
That's it.
If I spell something wrong, I probably meant to do that.
That's it.
Right.
So if you're talking about who wants this phone,
Right.
who will benefit most from this, I think it's a perfect phone for younger adults,
So
people that
now-
are texting all the time, people that are looking for a smartphone that are not married to iTunes, that don't need all of the apps.
Well, see, and this is the big problem. This is the big problem with the Pre for me. I actually like the Pre, and now they have the new Pre Plus, which
Right.
I hear is faster.
Yes.
I'm once again tempted, but here's the problem. iPhone has 130,000 apps.
True.
The Palm has 130 apps.
True.
I'm being a bit, and 120 of those are tip calculators.
It's
and
true,
the other
absolutely.
10 are light, flashlights.
If you are an app addict, which many of us are,
I've got a few apps that I really I
Can't live without.
a Runkeeper app that I really
Sure.
like, and I've got a Siri, and I've got 2 or 3 apps that I use like all the time.
there are different options. Obviously, you can have your music through Amazon here.
Oh yeah, because of course no iTunes.
You're looking for a phone, if you want GPS, if you want to surf the web, if you want to send emails, to text, to play media, it's fantastic for that.
Right.
I just yesterday was looking up, and it can stream video automatically without having, you don't have to wait. It's not buffering. It's not loading.
It's fast.
It's just smart and it's fast. And it was interesting. I felt the iPhone was a bit dated.
But now let me ask you the $8 million question.
Yes.
Would you give up your iPhone for this phone?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't, but I'm very tempted, and I think that there is a customer for this. There is a specific person a type of people that really, really want this. But I did miss the apps. I missed the larger screen. The iPhone is something that I really love. But this is a really excellent phone for the money.
It's also,
excellent.
Nobody thinks that the iPhone is heavy, but when you hold that for a bit,
this feels like a brick.
Well, yeah.
It feels kind of outdated and like a brick. Again, this is just a really light, really sleek, easy, hold in your pocket phone. It automatically locks. You won't be dialing somebody without knowing it. It kind of saves you from embarrassment in a way.
So who should get this phone?
I think younger people, if you are buying a phone once a year, every 2 years, which people do.
Oh, sure.
I think this is a fantastic one to throw in rotation.
Yeah.
So it does everything that you want it to do. Obviously, the battery life is kind of an issue, but I find that with the iPhone
battery life,
thing.
It's hard pressed to get a day out of the iPhone.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So, and I was going to complain about the Facebook app, but coincidentally, Palm released their new Facebook app yesterday.
It's much better?
Much better.
Well, that's good.
So they clearly found out that I was going to...
You live on Facebook, obviously.
I'm on it all the time.
Yeah, and so you got to have your Facebook app.
I do.
But most people are still going to make apps for the iPhone first.
I think so.
And then if you're lucky, 6 months later... Well,
One
and the
will come
problem is, I don't know if you've been reading the news lately. Obviously, you have.
Yes,
you read.
I do.
But with all the noise generated by iPhone and of course Android, which is the number 2 operating system, poor Palm now is getting left out in the cold. And I would be worried that I would become, enamored with the phone. And in a year or two from now, who knows where Palm's going to be?
And I think the price for this, so obviously different carriers, different packages, but you can find this phone. I found it online for about $20.
$20. Obviously a lot cheaper than the iPhone.
A lot cheaper. So this is something where you don't have to make a 3-year commitment to your phone. So this is, for the price, I think this is surprisingly fantastic. I was really blown away. And I'll tell you what else that I found to be really fun. See, right now I'm watching streaming video.
You're watching streaming video
NFL
while we're
Combine.
supposed to be concentrating on the show. And
I'm watching video as we speak, but I'll tell you what else is neat. So if I'm watching video...
Can you hold that up and let people see the video?
Let the good people see.
Hold it up and try to hold it steady. There you go. Look at
So
that.
we're watching a 40-yard dash here.
That actually looks really good.
NFL.com.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's very clear. And what's awesome, so let's say I am watching this.
What's awesome? Tell me.
This is. Let's say
But is it fun?
Is it? Let's say you text me while I'm watching this video, while I'm typing an email.
Okay.
You get just a small little notification at the bottom of the screen.
It doesn't come
You
up.
have a message.
Whereas on the iPhone, it dims everything, pulls up the big message. Right.
It takes over your life. So I thought that part was really smart.
I loved the WebOS, which is what they call the operating system here. But again, I'm wedded to the iPhone now. I feel like, I'm handcuffed to it. The iPad's coming out. I want one of those. I'm going to use all the same apps.
You're in the mix.
I'm just an Apple guy.
You're in the mix.
A fanboy, I guess they call him. And not that I love everything that Apple does. I'm kind of...
You respond well to it.
Yeah, well, and I've gone down that road. It's hard to make a hard right.
I think that's true. I think that's true. And I think that this phone is not necessarily going to measure up to every single little piece of the iPhone that you are enjoying.
So I'm actually going to disagree with you. I think this is actually good for older people who want a smartphone.
Absolutely.
But they're not going to be on iTunes every day. They're not going to be on Facebook.
I totally agree.
Facebook's great. But, no, you said young people.
I think both. I think that there's sort of if you want a teen and you want to get them a phone and they're into texting, they're into email, they want the Facebook, they want the different apps, and you can use Twitter and all of that sort of thing. I think this is perfect.
Well, there is the Palm Pre, obviously a bit of a mixed review.
Pixi.
You love it. Oh, excuse me, the Pixi, the Palm Pixi.
Yes.
And the Pre is the big brother, which has the sliding up, bigger screen. And the sliding up, it's a slider phone.
But this is fast. This is its
and
fast
it's super
cousin.
light. Super light. So that's great. That's all the time we have for the show this week. But let us know what you think. Is the Palm OS doomed now with the iPhone and the Android taking so much of the oxygen out of the room, Let us know what you think. Go to www.neo-fight.tv and leave us a comment. Or, even better, go to Facebook, facebook.com/neophyte, sign up and be automatically entered into our gadget giveaway.
Yay.
And if you have an extra 30 seconds,
take a look at this.
you still lighting your videos the old-fashioned way? Heavy, fragile lighting fixtures? Hot lights that make your talent sweat? Gels and filters to match your colors?
Time to take a look at the Xylight LED lighting system, the future of lighting today. Small, compact, and durable LED lights with high wattage output. Cool LED technology won't overheat your talent.
And multicolor presets let you instantly choose from daylight, tungsten, or custom-colored illumination, fully dimmable at the touch of a button.
And each Xylight comes with wireless networking built in for easy remote control.
For more information, visit Xylight today at www.xylight.com.